Oh, and here's another one over here. Oh, and another one here. Oh, I am doing such a good job finding these eggs. Of course, I am the one who hid them. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house. And I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I was just practicing an Easter egg hunt because I'm going to do an Easter egg hunt with my grandchildren. So I was just kind of practicing a little bit to see how we could do this. Yeah, but you know, it's not really a lot of fun when you've hidden the eggs because you know where they are, right? Yeah. Do you like to do Easter egg hunts? Oh, I just love Easter egg hunts. They are a lot of fun, yeah. And you know, sometimes months after we've hidden our Easter eggs, we're still finding them. Maybe we hid them a little bit too hard, don't you think? Yes, but they're so much fun because there's a surprise in every one. Yeah. What do you find in your Easter eggs? Candy. Yes, most of them have candy in them. What's that? Sometimes you find money in yours? They put money in your Easter eggs? Oh my! Can we come to your Easter egg hunt? Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun, huh? Well, maybe I'll do that at my Easter egg hunt. Put some money in some of the eggs for my grandchildren. Oh, they would really love that. Oh, so speaking of eggs, I have a book here about eggs. It's not an Easter story, though. No. You know, it's hard to find a book about Easter. I went to 2 different libraries and I looked at just about every book on the shelf and I didn't find very many books about Easter. No, maybe I just have to write one of my own. Well, anyway, I did find this book about eggs. Well, since eggs is a big part of Easter, I decided maybe I'd get this one. So let's read this together. I think you'll like it. It's called The Good Egg, and it was written by Jory John and Pete Oswald. I think you're going to like this one. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things like I'll carry your groceries, I'll water your plants, I'll change your tires, I'll paint your house. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. Oh, he does sound like a good egg, doesn't he? Excuse me. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days back at the store. There were a dozen of us living together under one recycled roof. There was Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank, 2 Franks. The other 11 eggs weren't on their best behavior. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime. They only ate sugary cereal. They threw tantrums. They cried for no reason. They broke their stuff on purpose. Oh my goodness, they weren't good eggs, were they? Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behavior. I tried to keep the peace because I was the good egg. A very good egg. Nobody seemed to care, though. Every night I was exhausted. My head felt scrambled. Then one fateful morning, I noticed some cracks in my shell. They were everywhere. Oh no, he's cracking up. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself, the pressure of making sure everybody was as good as me. I was cracking up, literally. Something had to change. I'd had enough. I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, he said. Blah, 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 they replied. That wasn't very nice, was it? I left that night. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days. The days became weeks. I lost track of time. I was alone. Out there on the road under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. I took walks, I read books, I floated in the river, I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in, I breathed out. I even started painting. Oh, sounds like he's taking a lot of time for himself, huh? For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. Get it? Because he's an egg? I started to feel like myself again. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and my friends. Besides, I'm kind of lonely out here. This time I know what I need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while I'm being good to myself. Here we go. Everybody seemed to miss me. I missed them too. Hello, Meg. Howdy, Peg. Hey, Greg. Greetings, Clegg. What's up, Shell? Aloha, Shelly. Hey-o, Sheldon. Hi, Shelby. Good day, Egbert. What's happening, Frank? Howdy do, other Frank. Sure, every once in a while somebody's still a little bit bad, but it's not like before. Here's what I realized. The other eggs aren't perfect, and I don't have to be either, and I'm okay with that. Yep, the old carton is back together. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. Oh, so what did you think of that story? He was a good egg, huh? Doing a lot of good things. Yeah. I think there's some things we can learn from that story. And one is that we do need to take time for ourselves and not get all stressed out and crack like an egg would, right? Yeah, and the other thing is it's important to pick the right friends. Yeah, we have to choose the right friends. And you don't necessarily need a full dozen. That's 12, right? Like he had a full dozen. When I was in school, I didn't have a lot of friends. I picked my friends carefully, and we got along really well together. And because we were a small group, we thought alike, and we never got into trouble. And hanging out with the wrong people can sometimes get you into trouble. So be careful with the friends you choose. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about eggs. Yeah, specifically about Easter eggs. Yeah. So first of all, did you know that Easter is a religious holiday? Some people think it's all about the Easter bunny and getting candy and doing Easter egg hunts, but it's really a religious holiday that celebrates the resurrection of Jesus. Do you know what that means? Resurrection. It's kind of a big word, isn't it? Yeah, it means to rise from the dead, which is what Jesus did on that first Easter. He died on the cross and then he rose from the dead. And so because he did, we can go to heaven. So that's the true meaning of Easter. But let me tell you how the egg fits into it. Egg is a sign of new life. Yeah, what comes from an egg? I mean, if you don't eat it. If you eat it, nothing comes from it, right? But if you keep it warm and sheltered and like a mother hen sits on her nest and you hatch it, what are you going to get? You're going to get a baby chickie, right? Yeah. So eggs produce new life. Yeah. So that's kind of a symbol of Easter because Jesus gave us new life. So there's a lot of things we can do with eggs at Easter time. So one of them is an Easter egg hunt. Yeah, and I save my eggs from year to year, and I put candy in them. And I mean, not my real eggs, of course, my plastic eggs. But I just love doing Easter egg hunts and having the kids come over and maybe like you suggested, I'll put some money in them this year. Yeah, I bet my grandchildren would really like that. Yeah. So what else can you do with eggs at Easter time? What's that? Color them. Very good. Yes, you can color them. That's lots of fun to do, isn't it? You can get some kits, and the kits don't cost too much. And in the kits, they have little tablets, and each tablet is a different color. Yeah. So first, what you have to do is go to the store and buy eggs, right? So you want to make sure you get the right eggs. There's 2 different color eggs. Did you know that? Some eggs are brown and some eggs are white. And you don't want to get the brown ones because the brown ones are kind of hard to color if they're already brown, right? So you want to make sure you get the white eggs. So buy white eggs, and then I usually boil mine. I boil them for about 8 minutes, and that makes them hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, I mean, some people, I've heard, you can actually like poke a hole in the egg and put a little straw in there and blow the egg and the egg yolk out. And then once you do that, you can just save your egg for a decoration and hang it in it, and it will last. But that sounds like a lot of work to me. So I just boil mine and make hard-boiled eggs, and then we just keep them in the refrigerator after we're done coloring them, and we can use them for egg salad sandwiches or just eat them as hard-boiled eggs. Yeah. So after you boil them for 8 minutes, of course, you've got to let them cool off. Yeah. You don't want to be trying to decorate hot eggs. No, you would burn your fingers. Yeah, that would really take the fun out of decorating them. So you have to let them cool off, and then you need to get cups. So you can get egg coloring cups, but I usually just use yogurt cups. And so you need one for each color that you're gonna do. Usually the kits have like 6 different colors. But you put 1 color tablet in each cup, and then you put vinegar in there. It tells you how much in the kit, how much vinegar to put in there, and you let that tablet dissolve, and then you put water in there because it needs to be deeper so that the egg will be covered. Now, something that is really cool that you can do, take a white crayon, and then you take your egg and you write a message on there like Happy Easter or I love you or something. It's kind of tricky to do because you got a white egg and a white crayon, and it's kind of hard to see what you're writing. But then after you let the egg soak in the color for a little bit, the color will not stick to the crayon. And when you pull it out, there's your secret message. It will say Happy Easter or whatever you wrote on there. Isn't that really cool? That's always fun to do. Yeah, so, and then if you want to be creative, you can soak half of the egg in one color and then half of the egg in the other color and make it different colors. Yeah, and so if you don't have an egg coloring kit, you can just use food coloring. Yeah, just get some food coloring like this. It doesn't cost too much. And then just use 1 teaspoon of vinegar and 1/4 teaspoon of food coloring, and instead of the tablet from the kit. And then, of course, you have to add the water. Now, the vinegar is what gives the color, the eggs, their bright color. You don't have to use vinegar if you don't have it. But if you don't use vinegar, your eggs are going to turn out like a light pastel color. But if you use the vinegar, they turn out to be a brighter shade like this. Yeah, so what's that? What's vinegar? Oh, vinegar, it comes in a glass jar and it's clear. It just looks like water, but you do not want to drink it. No, it does not taste good. No, woo-wee, it would knock your socks off. Yeah, but yeah, you just buy it at the store and it just comes in a glass bottle and it's clear like water. Yeah, so now if you don't have food coloring or vinegar or egg coloring kits, well, just use markers or crayons. Just get some brightly colored markers or crayons and you can decorate them any way you want. Or stickers. You can get a bunch of stickers and put some stickers on there. And some people like to use glitter. Do you like to use glitter sometimes? Yeah. Glitter is very pretty, but glitter is also very messy. Yeah. Yeah, you could just, after you color your eggs, you could just put some glue on there and then sprinkle some glitter on there. Oh, that would make them very shiny and very pretty. But you have to make sure it's okay with mom or dad. My husband does not like glitter. No, because you think you've got it all cleaned up and there it's all taken care of, and you turn around and you see more sparkles. Yeah, glitter is very hard to get rid of. Yeah, but it would make some very pretty eggs. Yeah. So then after you're all done decorating your eggs and you have this beautiful basket full of eggs, well, you could put it in the middle of your table for an ornament, a decoration for your Easter dinner. Yeah. But then you really need to keep your eggs in the refrigerator. Yeah. Eggs should be kept cold. Yep. Yeah. And then, when you crack all those shells off, oh, those shells are just so pretty. It seems like you should be able to do something with them, but you can't save everything. No, you can't. But anyway, coloring eggs and Easter egg hunts, oh, it's such a fun part of Easter. It's too bad we only do it once a year. Yeah, we ought to do it more often, right? Yeah, but so much for talking about eggs. It's time to move on to something else. What do you think we should move on to? Did you say move and groove? Yeah, you know Grandma Kitty's house, don't you? Yeah, we always move on to move and groove. Yeah, and why do we move on to move and groove? What's that? Because it makes our hearts happy. Yes, that's right. Our hearts were made to be, and it loves it when we move and groove and get some exercise. You have been paying attention. Yeah. So let me ask you another question. When Grandma Kitty is happy and excited and she feels like celebrating, what's the song she likes to do? Do you remember the song that makes you happy? Yeah, that's right. Oh, happy day. Yes, that's my happy song. Yeah. Because Easter is such a happy time of year. It's a holiday worth celebrating, not just because it's a happy holiday, but because it comes in the spring. Oh, I just love spring when everything is coming back to life. The snow is melting and the trees are getting new leaves and the birds are coming back. I've already seen robins, yep, and the green grass and the pretty flowers. Oh, I just love spring, don't you? Yes, definitely makes me happy. So hop up off that couch and get ready to join me, and let's do our happy song together. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, here we go. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. All right. How did you do? Did you get up and move and groove? Oh, I just love that song, don't you? It's just such a happy song. All right, so let's check our bee bag. Remember, our bee bag are the things we want to be. So let's see what we have. Oh, I think we've done this bee before. It says to be excited. Oh, I love to be excited, don't you? Yes, and holidays like Easter, oh, they make me feel excited. Yes, I get to spend time with my family and do fun things. Now, do you know what the opposite of excited is? That would be bored. Yeah, do you know what bored means? It means when you're tired and unhappy because you just can't find anything interesting to do. Did you know back in the olden days, they didn't get bored? No, they had so much to do they didn't have time to get bored. Oh, they had to feed the chickens and milk the cows, and in the summer they had to plant the garden and weed it and harvest all the vegetables and can them. Oh my goodness, the dads had to go hunting or fishing to find meat, and the kids, they had to help out around the farm too. Yeah, they would have to help with milking the cows and cleaning the barn and churning the butter and baking the bread. Oh my goodness, they just didn't have time to be bored. Yeah, so sometimes we get bored though. You know, we don't have to do all that stuff now. We can just go to the store and get the things we need. Yeah, but so sometimes now we get bored because we don't have all those activities to do. But let me show you what we have here. This is a good example of, look at these two baskets here. All right, so this one here, I would say is boring, right? It's just plain white eggs, boring white eggs. And then this one here, well, this one over here, this one is exciting because it's bright and colorful, right? So which would you rather be? Would you rather be the bright, colorful, exciting eggs, or would you rather be the boring, plain white ones? I think I'd want to be the colorful ones, right? Yeah. So how can we be colorful? What are some ways that we can keep ourselves from getting bored? Can you think of any way? I'll tell you, I have a niece, and she keeps her daughter very busy. Yeah, here's her schedule. On Monday, they go to dance class. On Tuesday and Saturday, they go to t-ball games. On Wednesday, they go to jiu-jitsu. On Friday, they go bowling. And on Sunday, they go to the park or the playground. Oh my goodness, that's a busy schedule, isn't it? Yeah. But you know, mom or dad may not always be able to take you places and do things like that. So you have to sometimes find ways to keep yourself entertained and busy so you won't be bored or boring, right? Yeah, so, you know, I thought of some things you could do. You could go outside and play with your friends or ride your bike or play ball, yeah. Go for a walk or a hike if mom and dad have time, yeah. Do some artwork like draw pictures or make a card for your grandparents. You could make an Easter card for your grandparents. Yeah, grandparents just love homemade cards. Or write a story for them or write a letter. Yeah, go collect some rocks. So I have a grandson that loves rocks, and he's always collecting rocks. So go collect some rocks, and then you could paint them. We used to paint them with water, and then when they dried, you could just paint them again. You know, the water made them shiny and pretty, and when they dried out, well, you could just paint them again. But maybe if mom has time, mom or dad, maybe they could do some baking or cooking with you. Yeah, make some brownies or some cookies. We always baked our own snacks, and I'll tell you, homemade snacks sure taste a lot better than what you buy at the store. Yeah. But, you know, if mom or dad are busy and they don't have time to bake with you, maybe you could play hide and seek or build a fort, or you could exercise, get some music out and move and groove to the music. Yeah. Or if you want to do something quieter, you could do puzzles or board games. Yeah, like my grandson loves Monopoly, and I think I told you, but that game hates me. Yeah, I mean, you can't really cheat at Monopoly, but he always wins. I spend most of my time either in jail or paying fines. Yeah. Oh, you know, Play-Doh. Mom or dad could look up the recipe for Play-Doh, and you could make some Play-Doh. And oh, my kids used to play with Play-Doh by the hour. Yeah, that's fun to make because you can pick what color you want. It's a softer dough. You could get some sidewalk chalk and decorate the yard, or maybe wash your bike, or maybe have a dance party or a play. I mean, there's so much you can do to keep yourself from getting bored. And then, you know, if mom or dad have time to take you to groups or clubs, there's a lot of things that you could join that have a lot of fun activities. So you could join Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, or maybe 4-H, or how about swim team? Yeah, or maybe join a bike club, or do karate or gymnastics, or maybe your school has after-school programs, or how about the library? The library sometimes has programs you can do, or maybe you could volunteer at the Humane Society or or a church or food pantry or friendly meals, or maybe you could visit like nursing homes or senior centers. Oh, the elderly people just love to see kids. Yeah. Or how about this? Go clean your community. Make sure you wear gloves, but bring some plastic bags and pick up trash and clean your neighborhood up. Oh, there's just so much you can do to keep yourself from being boring and bored. Oh, you don't want to be bored, right? Oh, there's just too much to do. Yeah, you don't want to be boring. You want to be bright and colorful like these eggs, right? Yeah, just think of all the fun activities you could be involved in and just be a bright, colorful egg. Yeah, that'd be so much better than being boring. Yeah. So just find lots of ways to keep yourself entertained. Yeah. Oh, and here's an idea. Maybe with Easter coming, maybe if you're going to do an Easter egg hunt, maybe Mom or Dad would let you put candy in the eggs. Yeah. So, yeah, Grandma Kitty's always got plenty of ideas of how to keep yourself busy and excited and not get bored all the time. Oh, well, I do hope that you have a wonderful Easter. I hope you get to color some eggs and participate in an Easter egg hunt, and maybe you'll be lucky and find money in your eggs, yeah, like our friend was telling us. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hide some in my eggs for my grandchildren. Yeah, so make sure you're a good egg, like in our story. Remember how he was a good egg and very helpful. Yeah, and choose your friends wisely. Yeah, so I hope that you have an awesome Easter. Enjoy your holiday and spend some time with your family. And I think that about does it for today. So you take care, you stay healthy, safe, and happy, and Grandma Kitty will see you again soon. Bye-bye.